Well, hey, good morning to you and welcome to Sonora Living Live. I'm Stephanie Sandoval and I have a friend in the studio, Christina Woffords.
Good to be here.
So good to have you.
It's great to be here. This show has everything that I love. Food, beauty, travel,
Food.
cocktails.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
It's good. Good to be here.
Well, you know, I'm going to start out with a wrinkles segment, and I got to ask you, have you ever struggled with wrinkles?
Oh, look at me. You're being kind. Yes, of course.
Oh,
every
stop
day
it.
on
Stop
a daily
it.
basis.
I know. It's,
Yeah.
we get older, and then we just kind of start to worry about it, and things start to fall, and I don't care. It's just like you hit 30, and it just kind of starts to sag.
And that's why we have a beautiful doctor here,
Thank
too.
you. Amen to
Yes.
that. Yes. So we're going to find out. Thank you so much, Christina. We'll see you a little bit later in the show. Dr. Lindner, it's so good to have you.
Good morning.
It seems like everybody wants to look more youthful these days. They really do. But a lot of people don't necessarily want to go under the knife because it's so it's invasive. There's downtime involved.
Right.
And it's frankly a little bit scary because you need to be in the hands of the right person. In comes Sculptra. This is a new FDA-approved non-surgical facelift.
Exactly. So what it is it is a longer-lasting alternative to the traditional hyaluronic acids like Juvederm or Restylane. And we place it a little bit differently. So you can actually put it in the face to lift the face and bring back that youthful glow.
Okay, so what are the areas that we are hitting with this? Are they the same areas that we would hit with a more invasive facelift?
So what it does, instead of like cutting tissue and lifting and kind of giving you that skeletal kind of look, this is actually bringing back roundness. So what we do is, as we age, our skin gets a little bit thinner, so we get saggy.
Okay.
We lose fat. Unfortunately, we actually lose a little bit of bone. We've all heard about osteoporosis in our bodies.
Right.
Well, we actually lose bone in our face too, and so the face actually starts to droop. So usually the hollow under the eyes is the first place you start to see it. So for you, we'd put a little bit here, a little bit here, a touch down here, and
We're gonna
here.
let them get a shot again so people can see.
Okay, so we put a little bit here, a little bit here, put a little bit on your cheekbones to bring up the drama of your cheekbones, and what that does is it lifts the whole central part of the face and lifts everything
So
up.
I'm like here. I just put my...
Like that. And
I'm 10 years younger.
And you're 10 years younger. So this is actually what I have in my own face, and I've done it over the last several years, and it just kind of tops up the tank and just sort of replaces what you've lost naturally over time.
Interesting. You've never shared this with me. How long have we worked together?
I know.
You've never told me this.
This is my own personal secret, yeah.
Well, now your secret is out. And you know, it's going to be out to a lot of people because I do want to talk about the FDA component of it because that really is kind of a stamp of approval for some people.
Right.
And most people, in fact.
So the wonderful thing about the FDA is its whole goal is to protect us as patients. So Sculptra's been in the marketplace in the United States for 5 years. It was actually used for something slightly differently, and it's been in Europe for more than 10 years. And what they did is they did additional studies to prove that this is completely and absolutely safe to use for cosmetic reasons to lift the face. And so it just got FDA approval for that cosmetic use about a month ago.
I should mention, too, because I don't think you're going to say it, but you're quite literally, and without bragging, one of the best in the world. Like, you're the one that teaches people. You're one of the first people who actually started doing this.
That's correct.
So, she blushes, but I just had to put it out there. I want to take a look at some before and after pictures.
Yeah, because I think this, picture always tells 1,000 words.
Absolutely. So in here, and the tops.
So the idea is this product is used progressively. You do usually do it over about 2 to 3 to 4 treatments, and when you put it in, it builds your own collagen over about a 2-month period of time. So what this shows is how one woman progressed over a period of several months. So the key is to look at that upper left-hand side and the lower right to really see the difference. And then if you look at the next picture, you can see some of my patients.
Well, even in that one, you can see around her mouth, too, there was dramatic improvement on those parentheses around the mouth.
So the parentheses get lifted, and then the most importantly, look just underneath the eyes, how it lifts, and how everything from the jowls up even kind of lifts up. And the temples are the secret giveaway of age. If you start looking at a woman's temples and you see they're hollow, that actually tells you how old somebody is.
Ooh.
So one of the things we do is actually go in and soften the temples, and what that does is allow light to reflect around the eye in a much nicer way. So if you look at the next picture, you can see this is actually a patient of mine who's an intense runner and athlete. And look how hollow his cheeks are. He had no fat on his body whatsoever. He literally looks 15 to 20 years younger now.
Well, and men, for whatever reason, men seem to show, whenever they get lean, they seem to show the hollowness, the age, even though they're physically fit.
Oh, yeah, this guy's body's incredible, but now his face reflects everything else.
It's probably because they don't have the makeup to kind of distract from some of the, and kind of camouflage some of the things.
Another patient just showing you how like filling in the cheeks, filling in underneath the eyes, on the sides of the nose really just makes someone look more youthful.
And let's talk about how this is one more picture here though.
And just absolutely lifting everything from the jowls up.
Now you use a small needle.
Small needle.
In the various places.
Not very comfortable, teeny tiny, and then we just put the product in, and like I said, it slowly lifts over about 2 months. Your friends can't really tell you're doing anything.
Okay.
One of the reasons I love it. And it's also triggering your body to make its own collagen, so it's one of the safest things out there. And so you do it a couple of times over a matter of 6 months to a year, and it just completely lifts, and you get these beautiful, dramatic results. What I say is I can use this product to make someone who's pretty look stunning. It's also wonderful for that younger patient who's just not feeling quite as fresh. Maybe their face doesn't feel quite the way they want it to, and you can kind of lift and bring everything back up again where you like it to be.
How long does it last?
2 to 4 years.
Really?
Yeah. So it actually ends up being less expensive than a lot of the other fillers because you get such longer outcomes.
Wow. Okay. Well, I like this. It sounds like it's good for people who are just starting to see the early signs of aging to those who, you know,
need a little more.
Need a little more. Yeah. Because we all eventually will. Thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
How exciting. Brand new off the FDA's approval list. Well, if you would like more information, the best way to do that would be to go to Dr. Lindner's seminar at her office in Scottsdale on September 18th. Go ahead and give her a call. The phone number's right there on your screen. It's 480-946-7939. And you can find out much more at the Sculptra seminar. We've put all of this information on our website. Of course, that's abc15.com. Well, the Fiesta Bowl